Welcome to DRTSPR show. This is Dr. Tangella Shivaprasad Reddy alias Dr. TSPR. Namaste, Adab, hello and a warm welcome to BV Subbarao Garu, octogenarian and who is the spirit behind these channels, DRTSPR channels, which we have started in 2020 along with Professor Purushottam Reddy Garu, Vari Kuda Hrudayapura Namaskaralu. So they are the brain and they have supported along with some wonderful NRIs who have contributed in the beginning of this channel. Again, to them also, I say thank you very much. Why? Because we have completed 4 years. And today, being the International Justice Day, this is what for these channels are all about. Justice to all. Nyay sabhi ko. Nyayam andariki. అందు గురించి ఈ ఛానళ్ళ ద్వారా అప్పుడు సుబ్బారావు గారు గారిని చాలా క్లియర్గా హైదరాబాద్ డెమోక్రసీ ఫోరం పెట్టి దాని ద్వారా ప్రజల సమస్యలు, ఆ సమస్యలకు పరిష్కారాలు ఏమి, ఆ పరిష్కార దిశగా ప్రభుత్వాలు పోతున్నాయా లేదా, ప్రభుత్వాలు విఫలమవుతున్నాయా, లేక ప్రభుత్వాలు మంచి ఏమైనా చేస్తూ ఉన్నాయా, అది ప్రజలకు అర్థం కావడం లేదా, అదేవిధంగా వనరులు ప్రజలకు చెందినవి. ఎందుకంటే మనం రాజ్యాంగ వ్యవస్థ మనం రాజ్యాంగం సమర్పించుకున్నాం కాబట్టి ఆ వనరుల సరి అయిన విధంలో ఉపయోగిస్తున్నారా, వర్తమానం అదేవిధంగా మన భవిష్యత్తు ఒక సరి అయిన విధంగా సురక్షితంగా పోతుందా, మన పిల్లలకు మనం ఏమైనా మిగిల్చగలుగుతున్నామా, లేక దోపిడీ జరుగుతుందా, ఆ హక్కుల ఉల్లంఘన జరుగుతుందా, ఆ హక్కుల ఉల్లంఘన, వనరుల దోపిడీ, ప్రకృతిని కూడా దాంట్లో భాగస్వామ్యం చేస్తూ, వనరులు అంటే ప్రకృతి కూడా వస్తుంది పెద్ద ఎత్తున, ప్రకృతి హితంగానా అభివృద్ధి లేక ప్రకృతిని విధ్వంసం చేస్తున్నా, అప్పుడు మనకు ఏ విధమైనటువంటి స్వాతంత్రం, మనం తెచ్చుకున్న స్వాతంత్రంలో మనం నిజంగా స్వేచ్ఛగా జీవితాన్ని గడుపుతున్నామా, ఆ స్వేచ్ఛ ద్వారా వర్తమానము భవిష్యత్తు అంధకారంలోకి పోతుందా అనే అంశాలు చాలా విధంగా మనం చెప్పుకుంటూ వచ్చాము. అందుగురించే ముందు మాటగా మనం సుబ్బారావు గారితో, వారు ఇంగ్లీష్లో చెప్తారు కాబట్టి నేను తెలుగులో చెప్పాను, వారితో మొదలుపెట్టి నేను ఒక 2-3 ఫోటోలు కూడా చూపిస్తాను. సార్ ప్లీజ్.
థ్యాంక్ యూ డాక్టర్ శివప్రసాద్ రెడ్డి గారు. Today I feel nothing has changed on this earth. We have witnessed several movements, leftist, rightist, center, everything. But since the dawn of civilization, human beings not only exploited the natural resource, but also the innocence and ignorance of the fellow beings. This is very much clear right from the beginning of the slave trade and then the mining industry. Mining industry was a big slave trade. And today, 21st century, I do not see any labor laws. Nothing. It's only exploitation. How things are moving, how people are being exploited. Last 10 years, this state was in its zenith in exploiting the natural resources and also the poor in this state. And we do have similar case studies across the country. It's time for us. Okay, today is International Justice. One court after the other, the great film actor, social leader, and a politician, Swargya NTR, in one of his movies, he says, one court after the other for the same justice. Today, if I want to talk on behalf of my lakes, water, rivers, birds, I have to tap the doors of international justice. International Tribunal of Hague for water. This is the fate of a common man across the world. Sir, where are we heading? What for this percentage of literacy and when we cannot deliver the justice right in time? This is the biggest challenge before us. Please, sir.
I'll just narrate some show, some photographs as we do every time. And I will rightly explained exploitation to the core. And where is at least justice system, it is coming to the rescue because elected representatives, that is a parliamentary democracy, is failing us. Though people are Democrats, faithfully they vote. Those who are at the helm, right from central to the state in India, likewise in all the countries, the same spirit of exploitation continues. The magnitude may differ. Innocence, illiteracy may come to the fore in such. But all the while, America is a capitalist country. Only one or two big business houses, they control everything, and the way they have destroyed agriculture, which gives us food, they are going for everything unnatural. So, unnatural, against nature, and illegally exploiting the resources which belong to every citizen across the world by a selected few. The gap between have and have nots has gone to such level. Where is the justice? This is where the courts or justice system has to come into play, right from Panchayat to the world zenith. Recent marriage, we have seen the extravaganza of so and so from Mumbai spending 5,000 crores for a marriage. Marriage taking place in almost in a, it took a while for the marriage to commensurate. Best wishes to them, but the way they have invested or spent money, I don't know. They say 5,000 crores. This is what is the gap or the divide which is happening across the globe. Across the globe. Poor are becoming more poorer after COVID-19 and then GST and demonetization in India. Likewise, many other major events across the world has created a wedge between the have and have not to such level that even India, unfortunately, trying to destroy India and make it like a capitalist economy like America. We have public sector units. Slowly they are destroying that, handing over them to corporates. And corporates are given all subsidies. Their IT is reduced and everything. When you compare to agriculture-based farmers, they are not getting anything. Why I'm stating is, farmer plows his land, works so hard, the produce comes and we all enjoy. But is he getting the minimum price? And when we go to buy, we are paying more, but where is this money going? Instead of public distribution system where we say storage, like Food Corporation of India, now it is being hoardings, big hoarders have come now. The likes of Adanis and all, they buy at a very small price from farmer, they hoard it, keep it. When the market is at a disadvantage, create artificial shortage, the product which they have bought at 1 rupee, they will sell it at 100 rupees to us. Through this hoarding, cold storages and all startup warehouses are privatized. That is how they are destroying India from a mixed economy to this. I'll come back. World Day of International Justice, Supreme Court of India. We have all grown up hearing that justice delayed is justice denied. Yes, Supreme Court of India One live example is NEET. Are you going to deliver judgment tomorrow? You have postponed it from June 4th when the results were announced. Leakages happened after that. CBI was interested. Then you said July 8th. Then it came to July 11th. Now July 18th. Is this not justice delayed is denied? Sir, your comments. Because education and health, they are such a vital sector. Your comments on this, sir. They themselves are stating justice delayed is justice denied. Supreme Court of India. I'm giving one example of NEET and NET. Health and
Yes.
education.
Yeah, it is not only in the sectors of health and education, but in the Patancheru 32 Supreme Court cases, justice is not being delivered. They said they handed over finally to the High Court and they said, you settle the things at river level. After almost 34 years battle. What kind of a justice this country is delivering? And the victims, they are no more. So definitely justice delayed is justice denied. If we cannot deliver the justice, close the courts. My humble request to the government of India and also to the state governments is create more number of, facilities to look into, to review the pending cases. It is not the way that we handle the cases and deny the justice. Thank you, sir.
Wonderful. There is Basti district collector, 50,000 pending cases. In 1 year, he could resolve 48,000 most of land related cases of small farmers. Hats off to him. Such type of mechanism, why is it not there? Supreme Court of India, you yourself in your own website say justice delayed is justice denied. Environmental judgments in regards to Patancheru, when such polluting industries, most polluting pharma and garment, how is that you are not able to understand? It pollutes water to the air. Neither you can drink water, 90% of body is water, my dear justices of India. That water, if it is polluted, what will happen if it enters your body? And when air is polluted, when you breathe that, COVID-19 is a best example, people running for oxygen. What would be the fate of a human survival? And the biodiversity, rich biodiversity with which we have to live in symbiosis. If that is not there, we cannot exist. When our existence is questioned, how can the justice system be delayed? This is what I am trying to state. Poorer are becoming poorer. They cannot afford or they cannot approach Supreme Court of India. What should they do? Justice, you clearly say, should reach the most commoner of the commonest. That is when you say the justice system is prevailing. Is it happening? I'll rest real quickly. Sensitive cases of injustice and human rights abuse are meant to be dealt with strictly and quickly. This is what we are demanding. International Criminal Court and other organizations see to it that justice is served in the most just manner to the victims of abuse, human rights violations, and people affected by genocide and terrorism. World Day for International Justice, also known as International Justice Day or Day of International Criminal Justice, is celebrated every year to commemorate the efforts and the role played by ICC in serving justice. Every year, World Day of International Justice is celebrated on 17th July to respect the significant role played by the International Criminal Court and other organizations in serving justice to people who have been victims of a lot of crimes. According to the International Criminal Court, 17th July is the day of International Criminal Justice. It marks the anniversary of the adoption of Rome's Statute on 17th July 1998, the founding treaty of the ICC, which seeks to protect people from genocide, crimes against humanity, war crimes, and the crime of aggression. 17 July unites all those who wish to support justice, promote victims' rights, and help prevent crimes that threaten the peace, security, and well-being of the world. Well said, Supreme Court of India. I hope I am playing this a small video.
जा रहा एक शख्स, इसका वीडियो क्यों वायरल हो रहा है, इसकी समस्या क्या थी, आखिर ये क्यों ऐसे लुढ़कते हुए जा रहा है? दरअसल इसके पीछे एक कहानी सामने आई है, समस्या सामने आई है, सिस्टम की नाकामी सामने आई है। सबसे पहले जरा इस तस्वीर को देखिए।
हम क्या करेंगे?
ये वीडियो मध्य प्रदेश के मंदसौर का बताया जा रहा है, जहां किसान गुहार लगाते लगाते अधिकारियों के सामने थक गया। जब उसका बस न चला तो वो कलेक्टर के दफ्तर में यूं ही लुढ़कते हुए अपनी जो न्याय की गुहार लगाने के लिए वहां पहुंचता है। एनडीटीवी की खबर के मुताबिक इस किसान का आरोप है कि इसकी जो जमीन है वो फर्जी दस्तावेजों के जरिए किसी ने कब्जा ली है, लेकिन प्रशासन सुनने को तैयार नहीं है, अधिकारी कोई कार्रवाई करने को तैयार नहीं है। जब मजबूरी हो गई, कोई सुनने को तैयार नहीं हुआ, तो इस किसान को ऐसा फैसला करना पड़ा। बुजुर्ग किसान ऐसे लुढ़कते हुए, लौटते हुए अधिकारियों के सामने गुहार लगाने के लिए पहुंचा। जमीन पर लुढ़कते हुए जा रहा एक शख्स, इसका वीडियो क्यों वायरल हो रहा है, इसकी समस्या क्या थी, आखिर ये क्यों ऐसे लुढ़कते हुए?
Sir, your comments. See, in Madhya Pradesh, this is the problem. And Uttar Pradesh, Basti, the collector, he is resolving all pending issues. And here in Madhya Pradesh, forged documents. The same is happening in Hyderabad too, in Miapur. The GHMC commissioner and the police officers there, Lingampally, in that area, in spite of providing evidences, even after writing to the chief minister, after making video also, they have not acted. Your comment, sir.
Yeah, I told you, no, the history is repeating. Encroachments and exploitation of the resources, both human and natural, and governments and governance has it's collapsing. It's collapsing, and it is only taking more mafia leaders into the governance than punishing the mafia leaders. And governance is also thinking that giving more powers to the departments and the officers, they can protect the common resources, public properties. Look at our hydras. Is it the way? I challenge, how many officers know about the law and the legal instruments connected to water and land, encroachments, buffer zones, FTLs? Nothing. And they are the people, they are given with lavish four-wheelers, and I do not know whether they have been given magisterial powers or not.
Yeah, I'll come back to
Yeah.
that also. That also I'll come back. Every district chief secretary of a state or cabinet secretary doesn't have any magisterial powers. How colonial our mind thinking. This is colonial, Mr. PM Modi, Amit Shah. District collectors have magisterial powers when they have a district judge. See, this is shaming after independence. Why should a collector have district magisterial powers when you have a district judge there? And the irony is, district collector will have magisterial powers. Neither the chief secretary nor the cabinet secretary, they will have any. So your comments on that, I'll take that. This is how the system is not loaded in favor of real justice to the commonest of the commoner, to sustain people participatory constitutional democracy. This is colonial, Mr. Modi. ये है अंग्रेजियों का, जो कलेक्टर को मजिस्ट्रेट बना दिया है, जिला के कलेक्टर को, वहां डिस्ट्रिक्ट जज है भी, और चीफ सेक्रेटरी या दूसरे, उनको ऐसे पावर्स नहीं है। कैसा ये सोचते हैं, देखते हैं आप इसको। और एक जजमेंट आई वांटेड टू कोट, आई वांटेड टू ड्रॉ योर अटेंशन। द चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया, मिस्टर जस्टिस चंद्रचूड़, has come to Hyderabad to lay foundation for a new high court, and that too in a rich biodiversity agricultural university. I have made a show, and when they were criticizing Delhi governor for felling trees, how is that the same Supreme Court Chief Justice was allowed to come and lay? Because he is well not informed, I felt, because he is doing some wonderful job at the highest level, passing some wonderful judgments, whether it's electoral bond. They are trying to sustain people participatory constitutional democracy. But how is that his office was wrongly impressed to come and inaugurate that building, biodiversity rich area in Hyderabad University, when so much of public spaces were there everywhere? Why only Rajendra Nagar? That is what, after that March inauguration, foundation stone, there was a judgment which came to my notice. Supreme Court judgment, State of Telangana versus Environmental Conservation Society. In a significant ruling by the Supreme Court of India, the case of State of Telangana versus Environmental Conservation Society addressed crucial issues concerning environmental protection and forest conservation. The petitioners, the Environmental Conservation Society, sought redressal for violations of forest laws by the state. This is a big judgment, and I hope the entire Supreme Court will again sit and go through what sort of development, what is the meaning of development, and what is environmental justice, how they should go. Sustainable development while protecting environment. So this judgment sets a precedent for upholding the principles of sustainable development and environmental equity, sir. They have come to such a stage. The completion of they have discussed everything. Review petitions have a limited purpose. The power of review should be exercised judiciously and sparingly. Avoid a rehearing of the case. They have come to a conclusion here, sir. I'm trying to bring it to your notice. Article 48 and Article 51AG of the Constitution of India impose a mandate on the state. These two articles, which I'm going to show you. Yeah. While discussing itself, let me show you. Such wonderful judgment. I'm thankful because you have such a I just wanted to draw your attention. Oh, has it been magnified or what? Yeah, I think it has been magnified. I just got these things. Yeah. This is what Article 48A. The state shall endeavor to protect and improve the environment and to safeguard the forests and wildlife of the country. This judgment makes it essential for the state. It says Article 48 and Article 51AG. The state shall endeavor to protect and improve the environment and to safeguard the forests and wildlife of the country. I'm just trying to draw your attention, sir. And then this you are aware. Article 51AG, which deals with the fundamental duties of the citizens states. It shall be the duty of every citizen of India to protect and improve the natural environment, including forests, lakes, rivers, and wildlife, and to have compassion for living creatures. Article 51AG, which the Supreme Court order was quoting. It shall be the duty of every citizen of India to protect and improve the natural environment, including the forests, lakes, rivers, and wildlife, and to have compassion for living creatures. Oh. Then this, they were talking about this. According to Article 21, protection of life and personal liberty. No person shall be deprived of his life or personal liberty except according to procedure established by law. This fundamental right is available to every person, citizens, and foreigners alike. No person shall be deprived of his life. So I'm going to go to this judgment. Here, clearly he says, Article 48A and Article 51AG of the Constitution of India impose a mandate on the state and a duty upon citizens to protect and improve the natural environment, including forests. The power of review, he has gone to such an extent, and he said the protection and improvement of the environment and forests in India are fundamental duties of every citizen under Article 51AG of the Constitution. The courts must consider Article 48A and Article 51A in light of Article 21 of the Constitution when dealing with environmental issues. This is a big judgment, sir. No one discusses. He clearly And then the statutory and constitutional messages. And here also he clearly had provisions for Land Acquisition Act. And then he was questioning about, this is the case title, the state of Telangana versus Muhammad Abdul Qasim, died per LRS 2024, inserted in 310. And there also, the act specifies powers of forest settlement officer. Everything is very clearly defined. And he mentions about the development. What is the development? He says environmental equity involves a balanced distribution of environmental risks and protections, emphasizing sustainable development principles. This is a wonderful order, sir. So now let us go to this order and let us discuss after showing. So this is what the World Day for International Justice is all about. Then there is another one which we wanted to show you. It clearly says World Day for International Justice, 17th July. One religion prevails above all religions around the world. That is justice. Is it happening? Yes, sir.
It's very sad, but we have to keep the spirit alive. Make things more visible, make people realize more, sensitize them on sustainable development goals. Even after 50 or 60 years, still we are struggling to bring out a distinct clarity between development and environment. You see, environment and development, they are part of sustainable development, holistic development. We cannot separate them and isolate them. Unfortunately, the practice of organizing some kind of a capacity building programs for the legislators, parliamentarians, and other people representatives in this country vanished. Nobody bothers. Nobody goes to Parliament library. Nobody goes to Assembly library. They don't look into the documents. And judiciary, say right from 1990s and all, it took a lot of judicial activism. Last 3 years, actually, 2023, I think, they took, court itself took Sumoto 2023, then Chief Justice took combined case of all lakes of Hyderabad and said no more individual cases. Okay, but it killed lake activism. It killed the spirit to protect the lakes through judicial system. And what happened to that? It is dumped, and the Chief Justice of High Court, he went to Supreme Court. After that, suddenly another Chief Justice took Durgam Cheru as the Sumoto case. Third, 2024. What happened to that? Needy came, everybody came. And suddenly, we have one more case, what is called the Sitkul Pill, where the sewage entered into a aquaculture water body, killing 15 tons of protein food, fish. Can we afford this? Can we afford this? This is the question. When you cannot raise a single fish, you have no right to kill the fish. So where are we heading to? What happened to those, advocate generals and other legal, stalwarts who are taking this public case? And suddenly we find that, a great tamasha in Hotel Taj Krishna, declaring that their government is prepared to protect 4,000 lakes. And after that, we come to know that a powerful body has been created, what is called the Hydras. These are all not the issues we need to take people into partners. We have to promote. If not this, the Hyderabad citizens have no other way but to go to International Water Tribunal at Hague. This has delivered a historical judgment in mid-90s when Jayalalitha was the chief minister on Ranikhet leather canneries. The International Water Tribunal has given an order to close down all the tanneries in the Ranikhet. One of the NGOs from Madras, he went there. How many of them can go? And here in this country, we are killing, undermining the very survival, supportive systems of the NGOs who are fighting for the justice. And how do we expect now? Everything is good. And Supreme Court Advocate Sri Nirup Reddy, he released a video stating that Himalayas are very important. Yes, sir, Himalayas are important. Himalayas regulate the entire climatic conditions of the country.
Alongside food and
Yes.
everything. Alongside food
and more than 32 rivers originate from Himalayas, join India. And it is the third polar region.
yes.
So how do you make the entire country to realize the importance of Himalayas?
50% of the
So
world
it's a
survives
long
on
way
that.
to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. It's a long way to go, Shivaprasad Reddy garu.
Right.
I think we need to bring more of such debates before the public, because the trees, plants, the poor goats and sheep, which are traded in this state by the erstwhile government, they can't come down to the court for the justice.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
The birds,
Right.
the lakes which have been declared awarded with biodiversity are being killed. So it's time for us to behave more human. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, this is what we are appealing to Supreme Court of India and all courts. The crime may not be killing each other, but crime, the destruction of natural resources which belong to every citizen, and in allowing only corporates, some to loot those resources, exploit, is nothing but the biggest crime against humanity. This is where the courts have to take cognizance, deliver judgments, and also see that they are implemented. Otherwise, it's of no use, and at the same time, justice delayed is denied, justice done without any implementation is also justice denied. Thank you very much, sir. Do support DRTSPR channels, Citizens DRTSPR channel and Environment People DRTSPR channels. They are all in larger public interest. Anyone can participate. Number is 9440465339. Share your thoughts, your evidences, so that I can invite you. Thank you very much, sir. Jai Hind. And I only hope justice prevails, not just seen as happening. NEET Supreme Court hope it delivers tomorrow. Thank you very much.